Greetings ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this replay in the VK4502P Aust A, one of the tier 8 German heavy tanks. And you'll see in this game I've finally unlocked the 105mm gun. And subsequently I've now got the top engine as well. Huzzah! Now there's a genuine choice of guns on this because the long 88, the 105, there's no clear-cut right gun or best gun necessarily. However, I do think that for the way you tend to use this tank, the 105 is probably better and will probably lead to you having a higher damage output, and it does mean that you actually get comically high DPM, higher than the tier 8 mediums, generally speaking, and higher than the other tier 8 heavies. And that's one of your strengths, you have good DPM. Flip side, this is not the gun from the Tiger 2, or not the top gun from the Tiger 2 anyway. You do not have particularly good penetration, you have exactly 200, your accuracy isn't great, you know. There are trade-offs. This is a tier 8 gun. So, this is an assault game on Karelia. It's a tier 10 assault game on Karelia, so there are a lot of very scary opponents out there that I'm going to try to not die to. We're just coming up here. I prefer fighting on this flank, on this map in an assault game. And basically I'm going to try and cover the rear of this E50. You know, despite the fact that he's a medium tank, he's got better armour than I do. So, you know what? All power to him. That one bounces. And we pull back. So I do not want to sit there and duel with people. The armour on this thing is not great. The only really reliable bit, and even that can fail you, is... Wow, that was a big hit from artillery. Anyway, sorry. The only really reliable bit of armour on this tank is the front of the turret, and even that's not perfect. The front of the hull's kind of garbagey. The front of the hull is about the same as the ARL 44. On the ARL at tier 6, that's quite good. On the VK at tier 8, that's rubbish. It's not very good. And the side armour isn't amazing, so angling it's a bit of a pain, and it's not a tank designed to just sit there and duel with people. Doesn't play like in conventional heavy, really. Anyway, so far we've fired a couple of shots and had a couple of bounces, which is a shame, but there we go. And, ooh, go around the corner, go around the corner! And in a minute I'm going to notice that there appears to be a heavy tank outflanking us. Well, this is unacceptable. There we go. I spot him. So, I swing round to protect these guys back. It's an IS-3. And whoo-hoo! We both put shots into him, so that's two 105mm shells, really ruining his day. Oh, he reloaded before me, but he is tier 9, so fair enough. Now, one thing I have noticed with this tank, so I played the Pershing a lot, as you'll probably be aware, if you've seen many of my recent videos. And the Pershing has 180mm of penetration on its top gun, and it really struggled going through the front of an IS-3. Ugh, he killed my driver. This gun has 200mm of penetration, and it doesn't seem to have quite the same problems that the IS-3 did, and it's only 20mm of penetration different. So that kind of gives you an idea as to the strengths and weaknesses of that pike nose of the IS-3. Anything below about 200 pen it seems to be fairly good against, depending on the angle obviously. But 200 pen and above, it starts looking a little bit dodgy. And, you know, tier 9s and 10s pen it all day long. So there's another heavy tank back here. This is an IS-8 this time, so tier 9. Ugh, it's got a very nasty gun. And so we're just trying to protect the rear of the tanks who are... Oh, shot into the lower plate, yes please. Oh, low damage roll. Who are fighting it out just behind us. Waiting to reload. And we'll have that lower plate again, thank you very much. Another low damage roll, typical. And our tier 10 artillery just obliterates the IS-8. dear, right, Waffenträger, Panzer IV. There's a shot into him for 325. Oh, he just nailed our KV-4. Can we kill him? Yes, we can. So that's a tier 8 heavy and a tier 9 tank destroyer taken out. And this is a tier 10 game, remember? There were some big people to worry about. We've been a little bit fortunate in that we haven't come against them. Not really. Not directly. We've had a couple of the lower tiers to worry about. Although, you know, having said that, around that corner there's an STI that RE50 and KV-4 have been dueling with. So I'm coming back here to try and give RE50 a hand now. But their artillery just take him out. Okay. Damn it. Alright, so there's me versus an STI, and this is that a T-34-2? I believe it is. Tier 8 Chinese medium tank. And here's the STI, and I was trying to get shots at his lower plate. There we go, I do. Oh, he puts one into me. So I load the APCR, but it's not necessary, as that artillery player just obliterates the STI. So I know there's a T-34-2 back here. He's a tier 8. I've already killed one tier 8, and there is a mission on at the time I'm playing this game where you get 50,000 credits if you kill 2 tier 8s, win and survive. And I want me a piece of that T-34. So I'm going to get me a piece of that T-34. Hello! There you are! We know where their other 2 non-artillery tanks are. One of them's now died. So I don't know why I'm being quite this cautious. Maybe I haven't noticed that on the minimap at the time. I can't really remember. So we just go for it. Now I'm in a German tank. German tanks are quite heavy. I missed my shot and I ran him to death. I don't take much damage in the process. German tanks are very good at ramming things. It's an awful lot of fun. Oh, I once got a ram killing my TOG 2 as well. That was amusing. Anyway, this just leaves their artillery. Tier 9 arty. He's not looking particularly happy. He's got a whole world of hurt descending on his head, and he's not going to last very long. And we're not going to get to do anything else this game. The game is over, let's be honest. But, you know, whatever. There we go. He dies. And that was the game. We ended up putting out about 2k damage. A couple of allies were lost. Maybe they were AFK, not sure. Anyway. We ended up putting out about 2k damage. In a tier 10 game, which is not too bad, although we weren't really shooting at tier 10s. And we had a good impact on that game. We protected the rears of some more heavily armoured and some higher tier tanks that were dueling out on a corner, so that's not too shabby. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.